just want some wine, we can open up like a Pinot Noir and sip. Why don't you open up something, Mike? Or yeah, whoever,
I'm not
whatever.
Say no to that.
Yeah.
So, all right, we ready?
I'm ready.
Ready when you are.
All right. Well, hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the Ybor Muta podcast. I am Taylor Durden. With me is Ybor's modern day lector, Max Herman. And tonight is a special episode. We have featured guests, Jayme Kosar and Michael Boehme, of the the Ybor Wine Bar. And are they still doing the Ybor Wine Society?
We do. We've
Excellent.
been doing it every Wednesday night.
I thought so.
Since we opened.
Yeah.
Very
Going
good.
on almost 13 years now.
Awesome.
Pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
I was there for that opening night.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That was a great night.
Awesome.
It was excellent. So you guys sold this location, right?
Right. So we were the original owners. We opened December 22nd, 2012. You were there, Taylor. And we owned and operated it for close to a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly right. In the interim, we franchised.
Right.
So several locations under the franchise unit, under the brand, Society Wine Bar Franchise Group. Ybor City being one of them.
Yep.
Our flagship, our oldest running.
Yeah, one of the best ones.
Exactly right. So in the franchising concept, we couldn't really franchise and own a personal location.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, like, what made you want to give up the private, the
I
first
know.
location to franchise? But, I guess it makes sense.
It was bittersweet. It was painful.
I bet. Now, in
It really
2012,
was.
when you opened it, Ybor was going through a bit of a renaissance. It was about 10 years after Centro started, right? Centro
Exactly.
Ybor.
Yeah.
We were kind of moving away from the artist vibe and more into like the, laid back, relaxed vibe. We had, King Corona. We had the Wine Society. It was a time when things were changing around here a bit.
Exactly. More of an entertainment district.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Exactly. Oh, and by the way, can we get a little?
Restaurants,
Well, I just want to
Oh,
thank
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys. They were
Cheers.
nice enough to bring us a little
Cheers.
something here.
Thank you so much. Cheers for this.
Thank you for having
Excellent.
us.
Oh man. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. I miss you guys so much.
Me too.
But as we put these down, now your first experience in Ybor was in 2012, though. I assume.
No, I was coming before that. I
Okay.
fell in love with the culture
Nice.
of Ybor City. And I lived in a casita for a year.
Yeah.
Exactly
Yeah.
right.
The little casita.
Exactly.
We had a lot of fun there.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
want to, make you delve too back far into your memory. But what's like your earliest memory of Ybor City? If you can remember, this was the time when I arrived here and went, oh, this is a cool place.
Yes.
2001.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in college over in Lake Wales. So.
Yeah,
Nice.
for Michael, for sure.
Shortly after my 21st birthday, of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how most people discover Ybor City.
Exactly.
So you must have come out here just to get some fun in.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
think I stumbled into guava wine that particular night.
Excellent. Especially back then,
Remember those
guava
days?
was the wild, wild west.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun.
And how about you, Jayme?
Probably a year or two prior to opening up the wine bar.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
just came here, loved the vibe, and said, I want to do
Exactly.
something
Had
here.
friends that lived here,
Right.
spent a lot of
Very
time here
good.
with them.
Yeah. I was shocked when you decided to leave Miami.
I know. It
Man,
was
you
a
want
big
to talk
decision.
about culture and everything else.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun down there. That was.
Ybor City has a certain draw to it.
It really
though.
does.
It really does.
That's what we've talked about in the past. That everywhere I've traveled, everywhere I've gone, there's always a lot of really great things that tick a lot of boxes, but no place ticks all the boxes that Ybor City does.
I agree.
And Tampa as a whole, really.
That's true too,
So,
for sure. The
yeah.
history, the tradition, the culture,
Absolutely.
the energy, the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that you've stepped away from this location and you're just doing franchising, is that what you guys are focusing on now? It's just
Exactly.
Growing the brand, expanding the culture of wine
excellent.
nationwide. So that's exciting.
Now, these new owners, have they followed in your amazing footsteps of keeping all the craft beers alive, or
They have really stepped it up.
Oh, good.
how?
Yeah, right. Agreed.
The focus has changed. We're no longer really focused on the international or the imports
Okay.
as much anymore. So now they've really found a lot of great domestics.
Local.
Within Florida, I was just blown away by all the great stuff that they're bringing in.
Right.
And even other breweries that were untouchable to me when I had the wine bar. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe you
Yeah,
are
they're
able
available
to get
now.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. In 2012, when you guys opened it, that was, of course, when the craft beer scene was really popping off. So
Yeah.
you were probably a little ahead of your time as far as Ybor is concerned. Because I'm trying to think. We always had a few breweries around here, like Cigar City
Yeah,
and then
New
Tampa
World.
Bay Brew
Yep,
Company.
yep.
And
I remember New World.
Yeah.
Who doesn't remember New World?
Exactly.
But to come this way and put it right in the middle of Centro like that, where everybody's going to come that way, it's like wine and craft beer and also charcuterie. I mean, Jayme, you probably don't remember this, but when I was just a young pup before I even did tours around here, a friend of mine brought me to you guys' spot. And I was just like, I don't know much about wine, but you came out and explained every drop. You started going. You even locked the door and said, "You know what? We're closed, but don't worry. You guys keep sitting here." And we had a great.
I know those moments.
Yep.
But
Absolutely.
I was like, I don't know
Exactly.
much about this woman, but I love her.
Thank you so much.
And to be on that point of wine, I mean, you've been a sommelier for, a long time. I assume that being in the wine industry has taken you some places.
Yes, amazing places.
Any
It's been
amazing
an incredible
experiences?
journey.
Yeah, you wanna share,
There's
feel free.
been many. I hold many certifications.
Okay.
I'm also a Court of the Master Sommelier. I'm also a wine educator, and I hold specialty master's program, French wine scholar. But I did a master's in Tuscany
Incredible.
for
Oh,
wine.
wow.
Yeah, all the big ones: Antinori, Ornellaia, Sassicaia, some
Nice.
of the
Yes.
iconic vineyards there.
Of course,
So,
and
yeah,
even
for
somebody
sure.
who's not a big wine connoisseur, I knew those names.
Yeah.
You know what
Okay.
I mean? Yeah.
For sure. For sure. That's awesome.
But any people in particular that you can remember, like meeting someone and going, this experience right here is something that will stick with me forever.
Yeah, Bon Jovi
Oh,
playing.
wow.
Yeah, introducing his son's
Yeah.
wine at the Wine Spectator.
Yeah,
Remember
the
that?
New York wine experience. We did that a couple years in a row. I think it was 2018 and 19. Just the incredible amount of wines. It was all the top wines, 5 of the 6 first growths, things like that.
All the champagne
When you're looking at
producers.
Opus One, you're just passing Opus One by because there's
Yes.
so many better things.
Wow.
Then you
That's
have Bon
amazing.
Jovi playing
Yeah.
doesn't get
on
much bigger
stage.
than that.
Yeah, he was talking about his son's wine, his rosé at the time.
Oh, it's a
And-
rosé?
Yeah, it's nice.
Where does he grow his grapes?
Where was he sourcing
He's
from?
out of Washington State.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Yeah, very well known. Pinot Noir mostly in the Oregon area. And
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. See, I'm
exactly
learning a
right.
little
There you go.
something.
Yeah.
Well done.
The more I hang around with you guys, the more
yeah,
I'll
it
learn.
rubs off.
Sure, you know.
But that's what we're all about, education, and I think that's
Right.
really what set us apart. Anybody can pour you a glass of wine.
Yeah.
But when somebody explains to you the nuances, this is
Exactly.
Italy in the glass. It's herbaceous. It's rustic. It's meant to be paired with food, and you can really take a trip and a journey.
That's what I
Around the
experienced.
world, yeah.
And for anybody that doesn't know, I mean, going to a winery or a vineyard or something, like it's a complete different experience outside of the walls of it. I mean, even I didn't know this. I went up to like Georgia area has a lot of them, Ellijay and all that. I went there. I was like, I didn't know you guys were known for wine. I went to several vineyards. I was like, this is good stuff, and it is a total culture that you get engulfed into. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that being said, if you have another question, you wanna
No,
ask?
I'm just basking in hanging out with you guys again.
I know, it's a
love
great
it.
moment.
I know you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
got to
yeah.
catch up a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
Wait, let me ask
For
this
sure.
question.
Okay.
How about an early memory of you guys? Let me hear something.
Oh my goodness.
And by
Well-
the way, this is, you can, keep it as PG as you want to.
Okay.
I
It's
will.
feel
I
free.
will say, luckily, I do have our podcast listed as explicit
Okay, good.
Okay.
and not for children. So,
There you go. Yeah. The radio show we used to do every week. Yeah.
Yeah.
No cursing.
Kick off your shoes.
Right.
Exactly.
You can relax here.
Yeah.
yeah,
for
no,
sure.
man, we have so many great memories.
We do.
Well, a lot.
Taylor even came to visit me in Miami.
Yeah.
That was
Quite-
pretty
I
incredible.
Quite a
think
few
that was
times.
Absolutely.
my first time getting to know you.
Which one?
The first time you were in Miami. It was everybody came down. I think we all went to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra or one of the other parties, and
That's right.
Is that
That's
what it
right.
was? I can't
We went to that Christmas park.
Yeah.
That was
Santa's Enchanted Forest.
Yes.
that was a dry event.
Yes.
Oh, no.
That was a problem. No wine there.
Jeez. But so, I mean, that must have been like, I can tell you a quick story. When I went to Disney recently, I didn't know that was a dry park when I got there. And I'm like, oh, Gaston's Tavern, let's go. And they're like handing me some root beer. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
here? Somebody said it was a dry tavern. I think I grabbed the guy by the shirt and said, what did you just say to me? It's,
You have to
good.
go to Epcot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the place to do it right
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
Or just-
Miami was great though. The house that she had out there,
Amazing.
Man, you would
On the
walk in.
Intracoastal.
You'd walk in these giant double doors, and there was an indoor atrium that
wow.
was
The
open air.
waterfall
With
and, yeah.
So when it would rain outside, it rained inside. It was
Pretty amazing.
beautiful
Yeah.
house.
Thank you.
With a cool apartment that
Yeah,
we would all
exactly,
crash in when we
exactly.
stayed. And I remember, most of the time, like if we want to get in the pool because it's Florida and it's hot, and we're along the intercoastal, and going in the pool. we didn't bring swimsuits.
No, you just went.
Yeah, clothing
That's
was
how it is
forbidden
there.
when it
Exactly.
came to the
Not worried about
Yeah.
shrinkage.
Not
just get right
optional.
in.
Just get right-
Forbidden.
Fine.
Forbidden. Not optional.
Right, exactly.
Good. Even better.
We would stand on the seawall and wave at the cops as they drove on the boats, like
Hey, it's private property.
Absolutely.
My backyard.
And in Miami,
Yeah.
it's like, more skin's better. To be honest with you.
Exactly. Very true.
Yeah,
Very
people
true.
think that like they come to Ybor, like it's kind of risque down there. I'm like, it is nothing. You
Yeah,
been to New
nothing.
Orleans, been to Miami.
Exactly.
Key West,
Key West.
Key
as
West,
you guys
too.
are now in. So
yes.
how's that working out, by the way?
Amazing.
Excellent.
Love Key West. We're
Ah.
right off Duval.
Man, I can't wait to
nice.
come down.
Yeah.
Can't wait to come
anytime.
down.
I love this idea.
I love Key West.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
There you go.
It's
Maybe I'll
down
just
there.
kind of put myself in your suitcase and come
Yeah,
over.
right.
Yeah, come visit for sure.
I still want to do the dry tortugas with you at some point.
I know, and I've actually been looking into it. I've been trying to plan like a mini trip. So
All right.
it's tough. I've talked to people that. So Michael wants to get in the world of camping.
Yeah.
And I have.
Oh,
camped,
you're the camp guy.
my whole
Yeah.
life, like kind of a prepper, yada yada.
Right, yeah.
And so
I know who to call when it goes down.
Right. And so we've been talking for about 2 years now, probably,
Yeah.
about planning a camping trip in the Dry Tortuga.
That's cool.
But it has to be really well planned out because it's extremely minimalist.
Oh, really?
You go there on a ferry and you can only carry so much. You're only allowed so much.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
it's very tough.
It's
They
one of
have
the most
nothing.
remote parks other than Big Bend.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No
It's-
power, no
Oh, my
electricity.
gosh.
Yeah,
I know
nothing.
You're looking at a
crazy.
2.5-hour ferry ride.
Wow. I mean, like, you're really off the grid.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
It's
bold.
dry.
Totally.
There is no running
I'm
water.
Right.
There
Yeah,
is
I'm not
no
We'll hang
electricity.
out while they do that.
Exactly right. Yeah.
We'll be at the bar. Yeah.
Exactly right.
On the ferry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wave and go, bon voyage.
Exactly.
We'll blow the horn and
Yeah.
everything. Bye.
We may come for the boat ride.
Yeah, right.
The scenery. I'm there for the scenery. Yeah, that's pretty fun. But I mean, that's quite the opposite of what your lifestyle must be in Key West. I mean, what's it
Yes.
like down there in Key West?
Laid back, chill.
Oh God, I bet.
Yeah.
It's the epitome
Flip
of that.
flop.
Jimmy
I
love
Buffett, you
Totally.
know, fish
Yeah.
on the grill. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
That's my goal.
Different
I grill-
mindset, different
I always grill
lifestyle.
almost
It's a good
twice
goal.
a day out there.
Nice.
Usually some sort of breakfast, then also a dinner or a lunch. It's
See,
just amazing.
Taking a
loved-
show.
Yeah.
I
Live
love the
music
visit.
seems great.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Visiting a place like Key West to me is heaven because you kick off your shoes, you get to relax. But I'm afraid that I'd get too into it and not want to come home. But
It's tough.
We
Ybor
know the
always
feeling.
calls me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens
Ybor
to us.
does always, yes. That's how we wound up buying a place down there.
Do you
Absolutely.
still live in the Tampa area too, or
Yeah.
We used to
Okay.
have a home in Ybor City,
Uh-huh.
right next to Tom DeGeorge. He was my next door neighbor.
And I was right across
Go
the street
Tom.
from them.
Exactly right. And
Okay.
Taylor was my neighbor.
On
Yeah.
2 occasions.
Yeah.
That's true. Exactly right.
Okay.
And then, so I was an Yborista. I worked in Ybor, owned a business in Ybor, and
Yeah.
owned a home in Ybor.
Oh man,
Yeah.
really engulfed in the culture.
Totally. I sat on the board of the chamber.
There you go. Yeah. that's
YCDC.
great. Yep, the YCD. I mean, that's amazing. For those who don't know, YCDC, they're the ones that they're in charge of. Everybody always asks me, "Could I get one of those little placards with my name on it in the street?" I go, "Go to YCDC, give them $150."
Exactly right. That's how you get a paver.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
we have 3.
Yeah, there you
I have
go.
one. I have one for my wife and I. Our
Oh,
anniversary.
I love that.
Yep.
Okay. Ours
That's
are right in
awesome.
front of the wine bar with the date we opened.
Oh,
I
amazing.
love that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's really great. But Ybor today is changing quite a bit. I mean, you
It
probably
is.
have seen it. What do you think about the
Absolutely.
direction it's going?
I'm very happy with it.
Good.
I'm one
Okay.
of those.
Yeah,
That's exactly
I'm
my
kind of on
position.
board with it, too.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm still kind of on the fence.
Okay.
A little
Some
bit.
people are.
I'm not digging the parking situation. But I
parking's-
think that's
That's
I think
a problem.
everybody- to me, it's like you're already paying all the taxes and everything else. Now we have to pay more parking fees. This is
Well,
That's
it was free on the street for years.
Oh,
and
yeah.
now it's like, but
and that's a problem for the consumer that just wants to come in and buy a
Right.
bottle of wine and go.
exactly.
Right.
Or we went to Mima's.
Right.
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 You know.
You know.
The thing about with all the condos going up, and I do love the idea that Daryl's having people that want to like push strollers around here and bring your family here, but they don't have a parking spot.
Yeah.
They have to park in the garages, which is usually where the places where the people come out here for a Friday night park. So now that garage is full, it's like, what do we do? So there might have to be some adjustments there.
Yeah, and then you're circling and circling and hoping
That's a matter
someone
of city
leaves.
planning.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. That's out of my hands. All I do,
agree.
I just tell the stories.
I agree. No, I've been kind of on the fence with it because I'm of the mindset of, this is such like a destination town, like a New Orleans, like a Key West, and I go to those destinations because I want to immerse myself in the local culture. I want to hang out with bartenders that live there, that have the stories that when they get off shift, they get their shifty drink.
Of course.
And then they walk to their little casitas and all that.
Yeah.
And it's become a point now where that's not feasible in this area.
Well, I'm not sure that has to change. I think there's a way to balance the history and the tradition and the culture with some of this new growth.
I just worry about them being priced out.
That's yep.
I think affordable housing is something that needs to be discussed. I think that actually there's something that's on the table with, and I mean, I'd have to talk to Daryl about it myself, but like I have heard that he's trying to put together something that, like, if you work in Ybor, you get some sort of a voucher to get a rent reduced.
Yeah, there needs to be something like that.
We have the same problem in Key West.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, becomes such a destination. Everyone wants to move there. Obviously, supply and demand. The cost
And
goes up.
The
Right.
joke about Key West, it's going to be millionaires serving billionaires.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
exactly
crazy.
right.
Scary to think
Yeah.
about, but yes.
But what they do there is they reside like one key up.
Right.
So they may not be able to reside in Ybor proper.
Right.
But
But
close
you're the
by.
surrounding areas.
Like myself,
yeah.
I live in Seminole Heights. It's 10-minute drive from here. Yes, I have to find a place to park, but at the same time, it's like I can hop on my car and be here real quick if something's going on. And
You look at New York City, people commute in from,
Right.
because that's where I'm originally from,
Right.
Jersey.
Right.
Yeah. Really,
Well, and that'd
Or
be
the islands.
and that would be fantastic if we had the infrastructure and the public transportation
Well, the
for
trolley.
it.
But we
If they
Expand the trolley.
if they expanded the streetcar to the original mapping, it'd be
streetcar.
amazing.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing. Then it wouldn't be so much of an issue because now you're not, you're still
You're expanding.
yes,
Yeah.
and you're still
Yeah.
immersed in the general area.
Right.
But if you got to move in with 5 other friends to Brandon,
Yeah.
that kind of
That's the
sucks.
problem.
It sucks.
Agreed. But people have been concerned not only about that, but also about losing the culture.
Yeah.
And I really think there's a way to maintain both.
Well,
Richard
there-
Gonsmart's been doing it
Right.
since
Yeah.
1905.
I agree.
And the good
You
thing
know?
about that
I
is,
agree.
being a historic district, it'll never be like Coca-Cola presents Ybor City.
Right.
It'll always be Ybor City with these brands that come in. I
Exactly.
mean, Buffalo Wild Wings lasted here, 3-4 years at the most?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have places you can get local food. Like you said, even the Columbia has franchised themselves too, but they
Yes,
still
they
are
have.
very involved
Yeah.
in Ybor City.
King
Absolutely.
Corona has as well. King Corona's
Yeah.
franchised out.
Absolutely, but they're still here.
Yes. Right.
Wine Bar's still here. There
Yeah.
are still some of us here.
And there were some nice changes to King Corona because I know they were lacking the liquor component. And,
Yeah.
And it was just seemed the when they added the whiskey, I
Right.
think that really brought them a step forward.
I mean, that's when I started going back more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think when one bar can start drawing in more people, it does a great job for every other establishment as well because all the establishments are now starting to get a little bit more recognized
Right.
just from walking past them. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, I
I
didn't see
agree.
that place. We got to go check out the res next
Bad
time.
Monkey's
Or-
been here for quite some time.
Right.
Double
Gaspar's
Decker.
Grotto, correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there are
Bernini's
still
been
some.
around,
Oh,
all
Jason
these-
Fernandez,
Jason
absolutely.
Fernandez, yeah. I got to get him back and do that spot in Carne. Talk him into it.
Yes, I've tried.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I loved Carne. I mean,
That
$3
$9.90
martinis, and then I'd bounce over to the wine bar.
We
Oh,
all
and the
did.
$9.95 prime rib on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those were the days. Speaking of Ybor City,
Right.
yes,
That was a good era. That was a
it
very
was
good
Honey
era.
Pot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honey
Yeah.
Pot was great. Man.
On that
Fuma
note-
Bella.
that
We talked
on our
about Fuma
first
a lot.
episode,
You
we
do.
asked, what do you miss?
Okay.
Fuma was I was like,
There you go.
Fuma Bella
But
missed big
only
time.
old schoolers would know.
Right, yeah.
Exactly right.
It's funny. Chef Sue's that helped.
She started Laura, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
opened up her new spot, Laura. My wife works there. She runs back a house,
Okay.
and she's starting to go front of house now. They just did a Fuma Bella pop up in the little speakeasy bar upstairs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Behind the
Oh,
bookshelf.
awesome.
It was really
That's brilliant.
It was
Yeah.
really cool, and I think they talked about bringing it back maybe like a regular thing.
Is doing a great job of putting pop-ups together that bring
Yeah.
people in. She has lines around the corner.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
She's so smart. What a great businesswoman and a great chef.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't been, check
Yeah,
'em out.
yeah.
It's amazing.
And then we have some new businesses, Cheeseology.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
some
love
interest-
Cheeseology.
Yeah, me too. They're great.
Yeah.
That's such
I'll
a
have a little
compliment
sip for that.
to my wine bar.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when I
Perfect.
first saw Cheeseology come in, because it's right next to King Corona where we start our ghost tours, and I'm sitting there going like, a cheese store? Like, where is my Ybor at? Like, we would never have had a cheese store back in the day. And then when it came together, I was like, okay, actually, this is a really good idea.
It's great. She
It's
runs
brilliant.
classes over there. They're
Right.
a wonderful
I
compliment.
did a pizza class. That's the best pizza. Well, I made it myself, so of course
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah.
good. But it was
Right.
the best pizza I've ever had because
And
the
fun.
mozzarella. And it's fun.
It's the
Yeah.
experience, and
Yeah.
that's really what Ybor's all about. It's
Right.
very,
Well, and I like
experiential.
that we're getting more of those experience stores in here too,
Yeah.
like Drip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pottery.
Yeah,
and
that place is great too.
We came into an overabundance of porcelain molds a while back. My wife, cruising Facebook Marketplace, and we somehow got a kiln and hundreds of these molds for free.
Nice.
And I lost half of my garage for about 6 months.
That's
And
great.
we ended up going through them, and she kept a handful of really neat ones and donated the rest over to Drip. And the guy that runs the place is like, man,
Jonathan, yeah, he's
this is
cool.
fantastic. Thank you. If you guys want to come by, take a class, let us know. And we've yet to take them up on it, but I've talked to people that have gone there, and I've walked by and peeked my head in. It seems like such a neat place.
It is a neat place. I've been in there a few times.
Again, talking about that maybe 10 years ago, you'd never think that would
Pottery
be.
Right.
spot,
You're
yeah.
absolutely right.
But
Right.
I think that just goes to show what the future could possibly hold. All these
Yeah.
other concepts that could possibly come in and really.
You look at Hotel Hyatt, we finally have an
Yeah.
upscale
Exactly.
hotel, nice restaurant, wonderful cocktail program,
Yep.
copper shaker.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. And the funny thing about hotel, they built that out of the parking lot. Like it was.
Yeah.
I remember that
And,
was a
and
big
half
lot.
of half of Czar.
And
Exactly.
When I peeked
Los
over
Novedades,
when I
yeah.
peeked over the silk fence and saw the wall of Czar with the tile
Right.
work, I went, "Oh man, I threw up in that corner
Hello.
right there."
Czar,
Yeah,
Yeah, those are the days.
hookah bar up front, all of that.
But that's
So,
what I
yeah.
mean. Even with Hotel Hyatt making that fancy now, it's always going to have its punk. You know, Ybor's always got like
That
the
edge.
rich, the edge that it's always had.
Like
Since,
Rez.
Just
Yeah.
like, I mean, you're not going to
Yep.
get rid of Rez. You're not going to get rid of Bad Monkey. You know, there's spots out here that are just staples to the society.
So there's a
here.
way to do it.
Yeah.
There's a way to have all of it.
A balance, if you
Yeah,
will.
and some diversification and balance.
I just worry about our retail spaces becoming unaffordable for just someone that wants to start out.
Yeah.
and maybe has a cool little idea, and they're either scared to take it to fruition or bring it here. You know,
Well,
because
Central has a lot of vacancy.
Yeah,
I know. I
That's
know.
the thing we need to change is the vacancy.
Agreed.
I mean, I was talking to Ben from La France, and
sure.
he was telling me, he's like, luckily my mom bought this building a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Jill.
So that Jill Wax, brilliant woman who
Amazing.
saw the vision and put it together there. And I mean, she bought it probably, I don't know what she paid for it, but it was in the 70s. You know,
it's like when Alan
nobody-
Kahana bought a lot of the stuff.
Yes.
Nobody
Absolutely.
wanted it.
Yep.
You know,
Jack Shiver. That's
Yeah.
another
Jack
name
Shiver,
we should
yeah.
mention when we talk about Ybor
Absolutely,
City.
absolutely.
Don
Iconic.
Vincente, the
Yeah.
Don Vincente was one of my favorite stops on the
Yeah.
ghost
Yep.
tour.
Yep,
It was
yep.
so amazing.
Iconic.
You guys,
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have been at parties in the Don
Oh, yeah.
Vincente.
Oh, yes, of course.
Absolutely.
I, we are close with Jack
Yeah.
Yeah.
and his family.
man, I haven't seen Jack in a while.
Yeah.
I
I
loved
see Damon all the
running
time.
into
We
that
should have
guy.
Damon on here.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
That's a
would love
wonderful
that.
Last time I
idea.
seen
He
Jack
would be
was up
awesome.
in the condo that he had up here before he
we were
sold
up there
it.
for a party or something.
I
yeah.
was actually in another party in another condo there, and we were out on the patio, and I had met Jack several times just out and about in Ybor and never saw his home, and he had the big windows, and we're out on the patio, and I turned around, and I looked, I was like, what? This is amazing. What a cool decorated, like,
Oh, yeah, it's
that
awesome.
Oh man,
It's
what
awesome.
a neat spot.
Yeah.
Wasn't that
Neat
where the
spot.
Spookies he was trying to get into after they
Right.
left?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's
and
a
I
newer
guess-
edition.
Yeah, I guess the landlord was a little misleading on the
Yes.
wet zoning,
Yeah.
from my
Yes,
understanding.
yes, that's what happened there.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But
So
there's one other name I have to mention since we're talking about iconic Jill
Al's Barbecue?
Wax. No. Oh yes.
Al's Barbecue.
Yes. I wasn't thinking him, but absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. But since we are talking Jack Shiver, Jill Wax, Alan Kahana, Vince Pardo.
yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Have to
Yep.
mention Vince Pardo. He
Yeah,
did a lot for
absolutely.
the city of Ybor.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was our city manager when I sat on the board for YCDC.
Wow.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So he saw a lot of changes.
I bet.
If you could get him on.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Tough
amazing.
pull. You might be able to make that call for
Yeah,
me.
I just had him. We did a legacy party.
Oh, cool.
When the new owners took over the wine
Yeah.
bar, we called it the legacy party. Vince
great.
Pardo came out.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Oh, that's
amazing. It was
fantastic.
like old school week. you
Oh,
know,
man,
yeah,
that's really
old
cool.
home week. It was amazing.
You can always
Yeah.
tell how much pull you have by the people that are like, oh,
Absolutely.
that's an Ybor legend. Yeah.
Yes, he wasn't going to miss that. So yeah, exactly.
That's amazing. Well, you know, she's always been an inspiration. I mean, since I've known you, you've been an inspiration to me.
Thank
So
you, Taylor.
being,
Thank you.
trying to be self-employed, trying
Yes.
to, pull my head out of my ass. Yeah,
Community driven,
absolutely.
community service. Yeah.
I bought my own home here in Ybor. I was a business owner here in Ybor with 1603 and Metamorphosis
that's true.
hair salon.
Right.
It didn't pan out, but that's how these things happen.
Right.
I became active in local stuff. I was a vice president for the historic Ybor Neighborhood Association,
Yeah.
HINCA, for a year. And just trying to be involved as much as I can.
It's
and then,
important.
And then
Right.
doing stuff like this is bringing. We wanted an Ybor centric place to tell our tales. Everyone has so many tales about this place.
Even the names we brought up and the
Absolutely.
establishments that are no longer
Right.
here.
Absolutely.
They've shaped Ybor.
Yeah,
for
100.
sure.
Oh my gosh,
We're on
yeah.
their foundation.
Yeah.
All right, now, of course, this is the Ybor Muta podcast, so it's like the Bermuda Triangle of Ybor City. The weirdness of this, we got to ask, do you have like a memory or is like, that was one of the weirdest moments I've ever experienced in Ybor
Oh,
City?
my goodness.
I know, you can take your time with it. We can always
Yeah.
edit back if you need
Okay.
to. I'll just take a sip.
Almost waking up any Sunday morning.
There you go. Michael and I are usually responsible for
Yeah.
everybody's hangover on a Sunday
Yeah,
morning
It's
in
true.
Ybor
It's
City.
true. It's true.
I'll take the credit for that.
After hours parties.
Yeah.
Right.
Lots
It's
of
like-
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, what did we do in the bar last night?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That poor hot tub.
Yeah.
So many people packed into that thing.
Oh,
Yes.
I had
Yeah.
no
Those
idea.
were the days.
A 4-seater, and you somehow get a dozen people in there.
Well,
Incredible
lap
Yeah.
up.
how
Yeah.
that works. Yeah, exactly. That was the Ybor City house.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that.
Next
I
to
can only
town.
imagine walking from your place to your
Yes.
house must have been quite the party.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we've seen a lot of weird things in Ybor, you
Yeah,
know.
we all have, yeah.
And it's Ybor, and we
Yeah.
just, I guess, chalk it up to that.
That's kind of what I always say. I always
know?
go, it's
Only in Ybor.
It's
Yeah.
only in Ybor City. If
Yeah.
I could tell a story. So, you know Jose Marti Park, where
Of
the park
course.
is over there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they put like condos around there now. And one of my guides was doing a tour there, and it was for a bunch of children on a field trip. And he brings them into the park. And this is a nighttime tour. It's a ghost tour. So we go inside, and one of the children, he notices her eyes kind of look up like this, and then and she nudges somebody. The rest of them all look up. There's somebody being flogged in the window behind
Yes.
him as he's speaking. As he's speaking, and he goes, "What do I?" He calls me. He goes, "What should I do?" I go, "Just tell him it's Ybor and get out of the park." You know, like, that's it. Kids, you're gonna grow up today. You're in Ybor City.
Exactly. That
What?
explains everything.
Where else can you get a condo though that overlooks beautiful Cuba?
I know, right? Yeah, It's pretty unique.
Exactly. Amazing.
It's such a
Yeah.
neat space. I love that little
So
park.
we have that
it's
piece
very
of
cool.
history as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this place is chock full of it. It's
I
great.
agree.
Yeah.
And all the stories.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
All the
for
stories.
sure.
That's the best part about it is the stories that come and go this way. On that note, too, like now we have, like I said, with the change of environment in Ybor City, we seem to be going, yes, towards the more upscale, but you know, you were talking about how you worry about maybe being priced out in places. I do notice, though, that there's an artist vibe coming back. Because, like you said, with Drip, there's the photography museum is here now.
Yeah.
Crest Contemporary.
Yes.
I mean, artists, that's kind of what the heart and soul of Ybor was when I was a kid.
We've always been.
Right, exactly.
The
This
art
has always been an
collective.
art district. I know that kind of changed as things changed in the 21st century, but it's coming back big time. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Arts and culture.
Arts and culture, you know?
Well, that's what makes up this whole town.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know, nightlife only came in, the early 90s, maybe late 80s, something like that? Or did it become like a nightlife destination?
Well, when did they start shutting down
Alan
the street?
Kahana with the castle.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
castle. That was
Yeah,
what,
that was
92?
92?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So early 90s is when it became like, let's go party in Ybor. But
Right.
when I was a really little kid, it was like, you know, Ybor City was like where you can get affordable land. And then you can like try and build out of this little tiny house or something, you know? And I remember being like a really small kid walking around Ybor City, and they have windows boarded up, but there would be beautiful murals painted on that
Oh,
boarding.
yeah.
And I'd be like, who did that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody did that. It would
Street
be
art.
amazing. Yeah, street art. The street art was incredible. You don't see that as much, but you are seeing galleries pop up, which I'm excited about.
Yeah,
Which
I'd
is
like to
great.
see more actual art galleries.
Yeah.
Would be, you know,
There's a couple of them out there here.
I do know that like Laura is going to be hosting an art show. They host art shows all the time, either photography shows, and they do it up in that little speakeasy.
And there's Marcolinas that does art classes. Like
Yeah.
you can come in there and just learn
That's
how to paint.
great.
Yeah,
That's
like
very
literally,
cool.
I think it's free if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me if I'm wrong, but like you can go in there and just be like, I want to learn how to paint. I've never touched a brush or anything. They're like, don't worry, sit down every Monday, we'll do it. You know, that's a good way to. And I've seen
And we've
this.
had some art walks also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Which have
that.
been great.
gone
Those have
from
been a lot of fun.
Reservoir,
Midnight.
First chance, last chance.
Yep.
God.
Yep.
That's an old name right there.
Yeah.
That broke
But
my
now
heart.
Bradley Nelson's doing an amazing
Yeah,
job
I
with
haven't been to
Utopia.
that Utopia.
That's what I
He's
hear.
expanded.
That's what I hear.
Bradley's been there. He's also iconic. That
Right.
location has been there for a
Yeah.
very long
Right.
time.
Absolutely.
Well, Ybor was huge.
I sat on the board of Ybor. I was
yeah.
the first female,
I was
the
going to
first
say
straight person that
was
has
the
sat.
first
Yeah.
straight person in Ybor, and
Yep.
that's groundbreaking in itself. But Ybor kind of saved this town for a while.
And they're
you know?
back. They've
Yeah.
gone through some changes, some metamorphosis,
They got
and then they
disco
splintered
ponies
to
here.
like,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, Mark
Tampa
and-
Pride,
Mark
Tampa
and Carrie.
Pride.
Mark and Carrie are still
Exactly.
extremely involved with
Yeah.
everything.
everybody, Walter,
MC
Yeah.
Film Fest.
MC Film Fest.
That's
Which is
a-
now their location, the physical location they had. You see, it's now a new bar.
Yeah.
Disco Pony.
All right.
Yeah.
We went in there. What a cool
great.
spot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Shoes running it.
Yep. I
Okay.
saw that.
Yeah.
I saw her standing outside.
After
so.
Southern Nights, that's
Yeah,
where she
yeah.
wound
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
yeah,
Exactly.
cool.
So she's there.
Yeah.
So
She
that's
landed on her
another
feet,
thing.
yeah.
It's a small community. You
Right.
know all the bartenders. You
Right.
know all the managers.
Exactly.
You know all the chefs. You
Yeah.
know, Richard Gonsbart by name, and
Right.
Jason, and Jayme, and
And
whoever
these are
else.
people like
Yeah.
yourself and all these people that do this. I mean, you're not hesitant to just come up and shake hands with like
No.
the common guy like me who's just telling the stories and stuff. Yeah, if you don't mind. I mean,
Thank you very much.
That's the way to expand the culture.
Exactly,
And that's
yeah.
what Ybor's all about. We're
Right.
still a community, a small community. We
Well,
really are.
One of the first people that because when I was a kid coming here and my dad was doing tours like that, I was, I'd come here and have fun, but I never, was the one that was like, I didn't want to speak in front of big groups about Ybor City because I would speak to my friends about it, but to speak in big groups, the first person that told me, he's like, kid, you got it, you can do it, was Don Barco. Don Barco.
Oh, his memory right there.
Yeah, Don Barco, that was a heartbreaker for
Yes,
I think,
it was.
all
That
of
was
us.
a tough loss.
Yes, but I remember I sat at the bar and I didn't know him from anybody. He's like, hey, I'm Don, and I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, I know you own this place, right? He's like, yeah. We just started chatting, and then halfway through the conversation, he's like, you're just like your dad. You could go out there and do these tours. I'm like, I don't know, and then sure enough, I went out there and did it. Don Barco,
There you
and
go.
he was close with my father too. They used to travel and stuff. But
That's a great name. So
yeah.
that's another iconic
Another
name that
iconic name.
deserves to be mentioned here
Right.
and honored. Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
I agree.
Tom DeGeorge gave him a little shout out in his speech.
Tom,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
We're all rooting for him.
Bonnie. Oh, we are all rooting for
Yeah.
Tom. Yes, absolutely. 100%. I'm proud of him.
Oh man, me too.
Yeah.
Me
And
too.
I know him well. I lived next door to that man.
For a,
I had a
long
lot
time.
of late
yeah.
night beers on the patio after he got
Porch
off
with
from
Tom
the.
DeGeorge.
Yeah.
So we know him on a soul character level.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
his
he's an amazing
integrity.
person.
He really is.
Absolutely
I only
amazing
know him
person.
because,
Yes.
of course, Crowbar and the things he's done in the community with all the establishment.
Also, YMA,
YMCA.
Ybor
YMA,
Merchants
I was just going to say,
Association.
yeah,
Absolutely.
he did that. I mean, that guy has already put
That's
his,
important.
his
And
thumbprint
Richard?
on Ybor City.
From Dirty Shame, also
Yeah.
another name.
Yep,
Richard Boehme.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But the district is just not Ybor that he's sitting for.
That's
so
the thing.
it's-
Right.
That is the
It goes
thing.
all the way up to Bruce B. Downs.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very large district.
If
Yeah.
it was just Ybor, he'd win in a landslide.
100%.
But he's got to get all that north of
In-
Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
He was, and I know he was sitting on a panel this afternoon.
Oh, good.
From what it looked like, I don't know which one
Good
it
for
was,
him.
but he was
He has
he
some
was
tough competition,
outside of
though.
Ybor.
Yeah, he
He's
does.
getting his
Yeah.
name out.
There
I
were like
know.
10 people that were running at the beginning. I don't know what we're down to, but one was, I think, a former city councilman
Yeah,
that's running
and
now.
I think downtown kind of has his back too, like the councilman himself.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got he also has to get downtown on his
Yeah.
side.
Yes.
it's an uphill battle. Plus District 5. I mean, not to get too much into it, but I can't remember last time a white person was on the District 5 seat. So it's a very
That's an
it's a very
interesting
big uphill battle for
observation,
Tom
sure.
DeGeorge. And if anybody can do it, it's him.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I think
you know.
he's a person who spans across different cultures.
Right.
I
yeah.
agree
Oh, yeah.
with you there.
100%.
He's universal, for sure.
Hell, Old
Yeah.
Glory Sundays was my thing, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tom DeGeorge.
His lease is
yeah.
going to be up soon, though.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering is, we don't really, other than the Ritz and I think we don't really have a concert
Live
spot.
music venues, yeah.
Right.
We need to get a concert spot.
Very,
like to see more of that.
I would too. I would too. I mean, after COVID though, all the small venues really took a
They
hurt.
struggled.
And
That's
that's-
what Tom was
And that's
pioneering.
what
Yeah.
he was doing was
All
save our
about.
stages.
And that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like that man is so tenacious that I imagine anything he's going to set his mind to, it doesn't matter what
Right.
it is,
I
he's
agree.
going to excel at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to attack
And
it.
he's humble, too. Like,
Yeah.
he just has a very nice way about him.
yeah.
Another one of those people that literally, I'm just another customer in his bar, but I'm like, hey, I do tours here. He's like, hey, glad you're doing that. Shaking
Yeah.
my, that
Oh,
doesn't
he's
know me
all
from anybody.
Ybor.
Yeah.
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 And all Tampa
He always
now.
makes you feel like you're the most important person in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and because of that, out of respect for him and his bar, just because I've been coming here for so long, we can go anywhere, get a free drink,
Of
free
course,
cocktail,
yeah.
whatever. If there's a show going on, we can walk right in.
Yeah.
And every single show, I buy tickets.
Yeah.
Every
Support.
single show
Oh,
I
yeah.
go to, I buy tickets.
If you
And
get
he
a
had,
free-
Us, too.
and he had no idea. And we talked about it, and he saw me scanning my ticket at the door. He goes, What are you doing? I was like, I buy tickets every time I come in here, Tom. What are you talking about? He had no idea.
Not only tickets, you tip the bar.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. I mean, I've put a lot of people through college in
Yes,
this town.
absolutely. Agreed. Me too.
I think
Yeah.
the one thing that everybody should know, of course, if you get a free drink at the bar, you tip as if you did not.
Correct.
You you
100%.
tip whatever
Yep.
that you just go.
Yeah.
Okay, so add an extra 20 on there.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Just make sure
Yeah.
that they
Whatever
are.
the drink would have
Yeah.
cost, that
Right.
too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I never expect, but I always appreciate.
Of
Yeah,
course.
never
Exactly.
expect.
Yeah.
Of course. Absolutely. But that's a whole subculture of Ybor.
Well, and that's the thing. Like,
Right
one of my favorite hats, it says support your homies without asking for free shit.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, when going in the wine bar, never have we ever asked to
No.
have anything comped. You know, because
You
you
support
support your
your
friends.
friends.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
But I'm
You're
telling
in
you, I'll never forget how you just kept, like, that night, you didn't know who I was at all. And just pouring
That's
me stuff.
definitely a Jayme
Yeah.
moment.
You're like,
Totally,
what's
yeah.
your favorite wine? I go, I don't know. You're like, let me show you mine. Here's this bottle. Here's
Right,
that bottle.
exactly.
And then
There you
just
go.
like, here, try this one. Try that
It
one.
was. It's
the
something
only
that
way
we
we're gonna
always
find out.
encourage. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
let's make it your living room, like a place you want
Right.
to hang out.
Right.
Let's not sit here and
Be pretentious.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, in the wine
Nitpick.
culture is, you know,
It can be.
right. I was going to say, I'm sure in your experience, you probably experienced
I'm
a
a
little bit
female
of,
in a male-dominated. Absolutely. Yeah.
So there's probably been some people out there that are like, you know, what's this person doing in my table? But I never felt that way at the wine bar with you guys.
No.
I hope
I
not.
would never permit
Yeah.
that.
Ever.
Yeah.
The only thing we're
Ever.
pretentious about is not,
Not
being
be
pretentious.
That's
Yeah.
good. It's pretty good,
It's
actually.
true.
Just put that on
Yeah.
a shirt.
Exactly.
And, you know, we even did that with beer. Like, if you were coming, you're drinking beer with me,
Yeah.
or just sitting and you asked for my recommendations. It's like, I'd pop the beer. It's like, if you don't like it, I'll drink it.
For
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
And I think in that 10 years, I think I may have gotten 3 or 4 beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they like them.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
but from there, it's like, yeah, well, you know, I'll open up this one, then I'll start sharing this beer or that beer, and all of
Right.
a sudden I'm, you know, just passing a beer around the whole bar, and
Right.
Yeah.
everybody's having a great time, and that's how I really expanded that.
The beer program.
The beer program was by,
Oh, I always enjoyed
popping bottles.
Yeah.
Right.
And expanding the culture of wine. I mean, there was nothing really like us when we were first here.
Oh, I'm
I
sure.
agree.
People
because-
were like surprised and they were concerned.
It was
Well,
amazing. It
yeah.
was absolutely amazing.
But somebody had to do it.
Absolutely.
Somebody got the ball rolling.
You know what? I thought certainly I'm not the only person that likes fine wine in
Right,
Ybor City.
exactly.
And that's really where the vision started.
Exactly.
For sure.
I was
Build it
actually-
and they will come.
I was actually going to ask you when you decided to make the move up to Ybor.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're you know entrepreneurial, you're adventurous. Was that your first idea of what you want to do and just went for it, or did you have other things on the table?
No,
that
that
you
was
ended
it. I had been, Michael, he's laughing. Yeah. I actually had been retired, and Michael was still in Miami, and I was living here in Ybor. And I said, because he was, you know, involved in my other businesses in Miami, and I said, you know, I have this crazy idea, and he's an accountant by trade, and I said, why don't you fly up to Ybor City and take a look at the business concept? Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was it. I
And
decided I
so-
wanted to open up as a hobby. The wine bar started as a hobby.
Amazing.
And yeah, and a lot of us were involved, like all friends. You know, hey,
Absolutely.
today we're putting together IKEA tables.
We are.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. Or here, let's
and-
taste some wine.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Well, Michael, what was your first impression of it when you got into the Ybor scene?
I was taken back by. Are you referring to when we first
Well, when
came
you
in
wanted, well,
for the
of
wine
course, I
bar?
know about your guava wing experience.
Yeah,
so that
but for the wine bar,
everybody
for
had
the wine
that,
bar,
but-
you know, we were looking at 2 different locations. One was where we are currently at,
Yeah.
and the other one is Long Ash.
Oh,
Or
wow,
they,
okay.
before they were
Another
moving
name.
in.
Yeah, so right by,
You know-
right from across from the Italian club.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So those were the 2 locations, and I'm like, she was retired and she's doing this as a hobby, but me leaving my career,
Right.
I was like, this can't be done as a hobby.
Yeah.
I mean, we
You
can try it,
relocated,
but
yeah.
we need to make this as successful as possible. It's like
Exactly.
we need to go to the centro where we have draw, we have parking, it's everything's right there.
Michael picked the location.
Smart move.
Very.
I love the windows. I love that you could see into the bar. You could see people there. You could see the activity.
You can sit there on 7th Avenue.
Yeah.
And
And-
watch the whole city go by.
You know, the whole entire bar is 840 square feet.
Yeah, not big.
No.
Inside, that includes the kitchen prep area.
Yeah.
It's still bigger than Fumabella.
yeah.
With
But-
6 bar stools.
Yeah.
I think this room is bigger than that, probably.
But and so what really I loved was the patio area.
Yeah.
Where we could drop 14 tables outside,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
you know, and
And
that
go from there.
that draw was not available at Long Ash.
Right.
Yeah.
It was the
And
right decision.
I
Yeah,
seen
I agree.
the idea
One of our
of
best
doing our
decisions.
wine fest outside on the patio. These are
brilliant.
things I was
Yeah.
like, all right, this is going to work.
Right.
The other place is going to be a little bit more quiet, like James thinking. I was like, yeah, it's a little bit more underground.
Low-key, that's what I was looking to do.
Yeah.
Right.
But we
But-
made the right decision. And the Wine Fest took off. Ybor City Wine
Yeah.
Fest,
Yeah.
Wine
Love it.
Festivals.
I think
were
I was at the first
fantastic.
one.
Yes.
Yeah, because
That's
Yes.
when we did the very first one, and we used the spot behind
Hamburger
Mary's.
Mary's. That's
where-
another
Right.
name to talk
Oh,
about
yeah,
there.
I wish
Yeah.
that was still around.
Yeah,
What
So-
a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was
That was a whole culture
2014.
as well.
I know.
A whole subculture there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get into that in a second. But go ahead. What your thoughts were about the Wine Society?
Yeah, so with the Wine Fest, that was
Wine Fest.
2014 when we opened that, when we
Yeah, I
launched
was
the
there.
first one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
We had face paintings, we had a fashion show.
Nice.
Sponsored by
There
Joe
was-
Wax of
Of
the
course.
France, of course.
The Martini Boys were out. I don't know if you
Yes.
remember those
the
guys.
Martini
Yeah,
Boys?
They were
yeah.
they
out
were
there.
I don't
there
remember
where the Streetcar Charlies was.
Oh, there's another
Was it
name.
Streetcar
Streetcar
Charlies?
Charlies.
I think they
Yeah.
were
Oh
at
my
that
gosh.
location.
Yeah.
So they were there. We had Two Henrys
Yeah.
Yes.
Brewing.
The breweries. Yeah.
They were pouring for us. We had a
Amazing.
DJ.
A
It
DJ.
was
We had a singer.
There was a lot going on that
There
building.
was.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
amazing. Something Ybor hadn't seen.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was thinking that, like, and because the individuality of Ybor City was always bar hopping. You go to this place, go to that place. Different. You can get a different culture, a different spot, but to put it all together in one spot,
Yeah.
really probably
It was
like,
amazing.
yeah.
And we even took Carne's food. We brought in Carne's
Yeah.
into it, and they
We always include everybody when we run events.
You
I
have
love
to.
that.
That's
the
a
way it
whole.
should be.
Absolutely.
It takes a village.
Right.
Exactly.
and that's why it was
They
the
did it.
Ybor City Wine Fest.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it
Because
helped
we-
expose some
yeah.
of the people that maybe you didn't know about. Like,
Exactly.
oh,
That's
where's
what
this
it's
from?
all about.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Exactly.
We had a candy maker.
A
Yes.
candy maker.
Yes, she was
or
here.
cookies. I don't remember.
Yes, she had a shop.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what was her name?
I'm
Well,
trying to
she
remember.
operated out of a shop, and she had a section.
Got me.
Was it in the
Quachabal
Ybor
or
City Market?
something.
Yeah, was it in the
Somewhere.
Ybor City Market? Not the supermarket, but the one across from on the side of Boneyard and Dirty
Yeah, yeah,
Shame.
where
Uh,
the
Costa's.
horseshoe, or the
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
next to Costa? What's the Acropolis?
Acropolis,
It was
yeah.
next to
Yeah, there was that
Acropolis.
other little.
Now they've been here forever.
right. Yeah,
That's another little market, And
Yeah,
they always
that-
have other restaurants that hop in and out.
Yeah.
And that's what she was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did it. That place, by the way, does a great job of having different restaurants hopping in and out of there.
Yes.
Because one of my favorite spots was there for a while. They just moved, but I mean, that place in general, that was like an old seafood store. I want to say because it has the seahorses on it.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
But
But
Gigi runs it now.
okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, she runs the place now.
And then
She's
Ben
a hoot.
from Stone Soup was in that block
Yes.
as well.
Yeah, I mean, Ybor's had so many different characters come and go in this place.
True.
Hamburger
it.
Mary's though. We'll
Yeah,
drink to
cheers
that,
to
too.
that
Yeah.
for sure.
I always liked where the
Kurt King, Hamburger Mary's.
Well,
yeah.
I like
Yeah.
the drag queen bingo. You'd win,
Yeah.
and if
Yeah.
as you walk up to get their prize, everybody goes slut,
Yeah.
slut, slut. I was like, yeah, I've never
Yeah.
felt prettier.
Yeah, there you go.
my first date with my wife was at Hamburger Mary's.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
She had asked me out to go
Oh,
get food.
I
I
like
love
that.
that.
And
Yeah.
she was like, I've never seen drag queens before. Have you heard of this place, Hamburger Mary's? I'm like, yeah, of course, I live in Ybor.
Right,
Of course,
yeah,
let's go.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. And we walk in, and of course, I know the bartenders.
Of
I know the wait
course,
staff,
yeah.
you know.
You know, the girls.
Yeah.
This guy's got some pool. Yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
And she was her picture in my phone still is from that night, her looking at the stage, just absolutely enthralled by the drag queens.
I love it.
I loved Hamburger Mary's. What a great spot.
And one quick memory. When you were asking what impressed us, we opened the wine bar December 22nd, 2012. Just had relocated.
Wasn't
before
even supposed to be
Christmas.
open that day.
Right before
that too.
Christmas, huh?
Yeah, right
Okay.
before Christmas. And in January, the next thing we know, we're in Gasparilla
Yeah.
season.
Yep.
And there's a night parade that rolls right in front of the wine bar, and it was
man.
insanity.
I
Wasn't that a
remember
little culture
that.
shock?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yes.
2013.
We were like, remember, what is
Yeah.
this? What
I
do these
remember that.
people do here?
I remember just showing you like, hey, welcome to
Yeah.
Tampa.
Hello, we're all pirates.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I'm like, okay.
Funny story again. I used to be a bartender and server at Jackson's Bistro up on Harbor Island, and they have a big Gasparilla party.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like walking around, and this couple comes up and they're like, "Hey, we're from Iowa. Is this place like a pirate bar?" I go, "Oh, Tampa in general. Every Saturday we do this." Yeah. And they were like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, every Saturday we all dress like pirates and get fucked up." You know?
Let me tell you, during parade season,
Yes,
we
it's
have
not
the night,
unusual.
the day
It
parade,
feels like
the
every
night
Saturday.
parade,
Yeah.
the
Right.
children's parade.
Yeah, the
so
dog parade. Don't forget the dog parade.
all
Yeah.
of it. So yeah, St. Patrick's Day. So we're pirates for a couple of months
for
out
a
of the
while.
year, but that was something new to get used to.
I've been walking with J.C. Newman's float.
Okay,
in the
cool.
parades.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Okay.
A lot of fun. That's the best way to experience the parades too. Is in
I ride with the
parade.
crew, yeah.
in
But
the parade.
the cool thing about what that story is like literally Ybor City. You guys opened up this wine bar and they went, "Come on in, you're family now. You're with
Exactly
us
right.
now. You're in
Yep.
the loop. You're part of it now."
And people took us in.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah,
it was.
that was
We
really
took
the cool
others
thing
in, and
is
then they took
all
us
the other
in.
shop owners, all the characters you mentioned, they
Welcomed us.
they welcomed us with open arms.
Right.
Before we even opened, it was I think it was like the Saturday before we even opened. Jill from
Jill Wax.
Jill Wax, she comes in and she buys a $100 gift certificate.
Love that.
Never
Even used it.
Yeah,
Probably gave it to somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
That's-
that
it was never redeemed. It was just kind of
Oh, really?
Yeah.
thrown out like
Yeah.
Yep.
Just here's
As a-
$100. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Pretty
Welcome.
much.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But doing it in a classy way, not just being like, here, go on.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No.
No,
That's
she was
excellent.
trying to show her support. You know?
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good story. It's
Yeah.
true.
I love that.
Not unusual that people in Ybor City, and that's the thing about it too. You go to major cities, Manhattan, New Orleans, Chicago. You open up a place in there, and people kind of look at you like, "What are you trying to do in my town?"
Yeah.
You know. But here, it's more like, "How exciting! Something new is coming to our town." We always have open arm, vibes here in Ybor City.
It's
And it
true.
wasn't just those people from Miami.
yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
Get them out of here. Let's run
Imagine
away.
that.
Exactly.
If we did that, we'd have nobody here because
We've
Miami,
always-
New York.
Yeah.
We've always expanded the culture of Ybor City, though, like
Yeah.
that. That's just the way it works.
Yeah,
here,
I've
which
always
is
admired
amazing.
that. I've always admired that. It's been
It's
great.
true.
That's why I've always gone in and buy my wine there.
Right.
I bought a lot of
Oh
wine.
yeah, hello.
And a lot of beer. And a lot of beer.
Taylor was a very good customer.
Yeah.
I went in once, 2 Christmases ago.
Okay.
I went in to buy a bottle of wine for my aunt and uncle because they're big wine people, and I bought, darn if I don't remember what brand it was, but it was the only bottle of Petit Syrah that was on the
Yes.
shelf. That's my
That's your
my
jam.
it's my favorite,
Okay.
and it was
Might have been Ink Blot.
it
That's
was
the one we always carry, and then sometimes we play with some
it
other
was
ones. Yeah.
not an inexpensive bottle.
No.
And the lovely lady that was working the counter, I wasn't familiar with her, but she was so nice to me. And I told her, I said, "Look, what time do you guys close? I'm gonna buy this. If you can just hold it, because I'm gonna go bar hopping,
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
and then I'm gonna stop back by and I'll pick it up on my way
Right.
home." And she was like, "Oh," she was like, "If you live in the area, I'll just drop it off to you tomorrow if you
that's
want.
nice.
I'll text me." Blah blah. I was
Yeah.
like, "No, it's unnecessary. I'll come get it."
That's really cool.
And yeah, it was great. And so, I met up with some friends I was meeting up with, and then I left and came and picked it up before midnight.
Yeah.
She put it in a paper bag for me.
Yeah, naturally.
I got on my little Uber scooter and headed home, and like an idiot, held the bag by the handles
Oh,
on the
no.
Uber scooter. I made it to HCC when the bottle just plummeted out the bottom of the bag and shattered all over the sidewalk. And I stopped, and some dude was walking past me, and he goes, "R.I.P." and just kept walking. And I ended up buying my aunt and uncle a 12-pack of Tecate because they just Tecate.
It's the thought that counts.
exactly.
But my
I
God,
was so bummed.
did not expect it to be a tragic
I'm like,
story.
I'm gonna lick the sidewalk right now. This is such good wine.
So
Everybody
that's
grab a
where our
straw.
wine winds up,
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah,
You
right.
hear that?
That's not pouring one out for the homies, man.
Right.
Exactly right.
Oh man, I was heartbroken.
Oh, my God.
I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, that hurt my heart, and I wasn't even involved.
Oh man.
You mentioned Hot Wax. That's another place.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
I remember when they were
Yeah.
a record store.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
When was this?
They used to sell
Before
yeah.
they are what they are now.
Before it was cool, because record stores are everywhere now. It's
There
like,
was another one across the street, even going back before that, where La Ferrona is, and where Agora used to be, and all that.
Yes.
There
Yeah.
used to be like a record store there. if I
Yeah,
remember
I
right.
kind of remember that.
Agora's been here forever too.
Right.
Agora, yep. La
Same
Terraza,
owner. Yeah.
one of my favorite
Oh,
restaurants.
La
Let's
Terraza.
talk about good
Yeah.
wine
Oh my
and
gosh.
food.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll
That's-
still make that ravioli aurora for me
Oh,
with the
man.
pink sauce.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Luigi's
Just
amazing.
ask 'em.
We
Yeah.
should all take a night where we go to La Terraza.
I would
because
love
that's
to.
a
Absolutely. I'm
treat.
in.
Yeah, and
I'd love
you know
to.
you got to make sure you have a plan because they only have 8 tables.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
most.
You got to call. You leave
Yeah.
a message on the machine.
Yep.
Exactly.
He calls you back. Yeah.
That's it. Old school.
Everything's
Yep.
on pencil
Nothing
and pen
online.
paper.
Exactly.
Yep.
No
I
open
love
table.
that. Yeah.
My-
Like you were
Yeah.
never here.
My wife and I went. It was her first time, and so we just ordered everything off the menu. And you've seen her; she's
Yeah.
itty bitty,
I
and
know.
she will pack it away.
Good.
And we ordered so much food, and the waiter took the order and came back, and she was the waitress was like, "The cook wants to know if this is all for you guys." We're like, "Yeah, man, just start bringing
bring
it.
it.
Come on, it's Italian place. Just start bringing food.
Don't
Just
figure
stop
it
until
out.
you pop
Yeah.
at Italian places, especially good Italian. Don't stop till you pop.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that
yeah.
place is iconic. So
Yeah.
we still have a lot of the historical old places here.
Yeah,
So you guys
I
have-
like seeing the legacy companies, still here.
Right. So you guys you're still involved in the area a little bit. Then.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Even though
For
you've
sure.
sold the spot itself, you're
We're still very
I love
involved.
that.
No, you'll still see our faces out.
Good. Yeah, that's what we like
Yep.
to hear. Ybor never wants to see anybody go.
I know.
We want
I
people,
agree with that.
Especially people like you guys.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was heartbroken when you sold the Ybor house.
I know. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
I know.
God, there was a lot of pain in your voice right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We love that
That was a
house.
great
Lots of
place.
great memories.
Oh,
It
so
was
many memories in
amazing.
that
Yeah.
house.
It was time though, because
Yeah.
see, we also had South Tampa,
Right.
the wine bar there. So we've always lived in walking distance of our wine bars. Ybor City, we could
Smart.
walk. South Tampa, we used to be on Bay to Bay in McDill.
Oh wow, good
So that's
location
where
there
that-
too.
yeah.
Yeah, see, that's when I think of like high-end wines and stuff. I think South Tampa, you know. But to have it pop up here in Ybor City, what a revolutionary idea! At the
But-
time when we were going through a bit of a renaissance.
Yep.
You know.
And the thing about the Ybor City Wine Bar is that we were never looking to be a high-end wine bar.
Yeah.
Our prices
Oh, no, it's
started,
never-
Yeah.
Our prices started at $5 a glass and
Yeah.
went up to 15.
And it was excellent too.
Yes,
Like
very.
your house wine or like your lower
Yeah.
end stuff was absolutely phenomenal.
and what we
wine.
called it was
Absolutely.
that $5 section was called a Taste of Ybor.
Yeah.
Ah, I love that.
And
Homage
it
to
was,
Ybor.
Yeah, well, that's
Still
what it
call
is.
it that.
That's it's homage to Ybor now, but in the Ybor City location, it's still a Taste of Ybor, and it's just Spanish and Italian wines.
That's it, what we're based on. So we
Brilliant.
have
So that's-
maintained that.
Right.
So those are the only two types of wines you're getting in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually we implemented that brand wide, no matter
Yeah.
what location.
So now
Seminole
it's
Heights had a
homage to
taste of
Ybor.
Ybor.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Apollo
great.
Beach does it. Our location in Naples,
Naples.
has this taste of Ybor as
And
well.
it's just
So-
Spanish and Italian. You
Very
can't,
cool.
no French, no
Yeah.
American.
So we maintain that.
How many times have people gone? I'll have this taste of Ybor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we get that a lot. Yeah, through that.
So when at what point are you guys expecting to open the Key West one?
We're not.
Okay.
We're not.
Just sandals and beaches in Key West. Yeah, no,
Exactly.
yeah.
You know, we thought about it.
I'm sure,
But that's
I'm
really
sure.
our like vacation paradise.
Yeah.
You know,
Nothing wrong
it's,
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also the hiccup of not having a liquor license. You know, that makes it a little bit more challenging.
Yeah.
We kind of here at the Ybor City Wine Bar, we kind of got a little pushback. Not pushback, but people are like hesitant. It's like, oh, you don't have any liquor.
Yeah.
But we thankfully had some good beer and things like that that
Right.
would capture them if they weren't a wine drinker. But when you start going down to Duval, and,
You need alcohol.
Yeah.
you need liquor.
Liquor.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
spirits,
if you're
spirits.
not-
That makes sense. That
You
makes
do.
sense.
If you're
It's hard
not,
to
you're just
compete.
going to get
Yeah.
gobbled up.
I'm
Nobody's
not
gonna-
sure how Duval is compared to here, but I mean, here, like you said, you can have, like, Carne was next door with $3 martinis.
Yes.
Like, you know, you
Yeah.
can get your liquor anywhere.
Yes.
But
Oh, you can get your liquor anywhere, but
Yeah.
you just have to have another.
What was
draw.
different with us is we have 200 wines by
Yeah.
the glass, varietals you've never heard
Yeah.
of. You can't
Yeah.
get those anywhere.
Especially by the glass.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
who's
exactly.
going to open?
I was just
you
about to
know?
say that because opening the bottle of wine is like, I mean, everywhere you go, you have 3, 4 by the glass, and the rest is
Yeah.
all bottle. You know
We
what I
have-
mean?
We have one of the largest by the glass programs in the country.
Incredible.
And we, you know, between the two of us, we really figured out how to work that system and to make
Yeah.
it work for us. And
Nice.
Our monthly waste may have been 3 or 4 bottles.
That's
Oh,
it.
wow.
Yeah, I'm sure it was very minimal.
Very minimal.
Yeah.
we ran that. And
Yeah.
We
We figured out the system for that. So
Yeah.
that was great.
Well, I loved it because I
Key
would
to
come in.
success, yeah.
Yeah.
I would come in for just to hang out, get a beer, and then she would offer, "Hey, do you want to do a tasting
Yeah.
flight?" I'm like, "Absolutely," because
Yeah.
if she's offering that, then I know there's something going to be really cool getting
Exactly.
poured.
Yeah, something
and it
new.
was something that was open. Like hey, this was something that was by the glass. Let's do some
Yeah,
tastings.
absolutely.
Absolutely, bring it on.
Well, I've always been
Exactly right. We still do that.
Yeah. It was amazing. I was
always
like,
been
that.
a big
Perfect.
component of the free sample. You know, you go to Cat's Deli, they're going to slice you a piece of pastrami and go, now what do you want? You're going to give me a whole bunch of that.
Exactly
Because
right.
if you taste it, you're going to go, I love it.
We train the staff. You can't sell it if you don't show it.
True.
And you can't sell it if you don't know it.
Right. You got to
So
taste
those
it.
two things.
and
exactly right.
everybody likes to feel like they've gotten something over on the house.
Right,
Everybody,
yeah.
Right.
And if you're given a free pour here, a free pour there,
Yeah.
they feel like they walked away and they're winning.
Right. Yeah.
And
Hey,
that's
look,
what you-
even though I broke even, I still wanted the slot machine.
Exactly right.
It's and everybody's going to be always remembers. Oh, the wine just kept on being poured.
Right.
It never stopped. you
Honestly,
know?
that's
And
a great perspective.
And that was one way that we killed waste.
Yeah,
you know,
that too.
it's like, am I going to pour it into somebody's glass who's going to enjoy it, or am I going to give it to the
Garbage.
Exactly.
sink?
The
Yeah,
sink.
exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, that's
And
a
then
good
you
idea.
never know if somebody's going to take that home with them,
Oh, yeah.
have another glass.
And it didn't
How
matter
how
if
many
it was-
how many bottles have I bought when I'm like, this is amazing?
Exactly.
What was it? My favorite that it turned out like that was was it the Garibaldi, the one with the G? What was it called?
Oh, I'm thinking.
It had the gold G on the
Yeah,
label,
what the heck
and
was
it
that?
was absolutely amazing.
I'm thinking.
And that started off as a pour. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this is open.
Yeah.
Pour this.
That's
I went,
usually how it starts.
I'm going to
That's
take a
exactly
bottle of
it.
that, please.
Yes, exactly.
Well, not only that, if you have that wine on your menu and you have somebody try it, then they go, okay, I'm going to take this home, and then they pour it for their friend, and they go, where'd you get this? Oh, let me tell you, you can
Yeah.
only find it here.
Exactly
And then all of a
right.
sudden, you got more butts in the seats.
Exactly right. So those boutique esoteric wines that you can only
Yes.
find there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part of it. Anyone,
Yeah, for
any one of
sure.
us can go to Total Wine. wine.
100%.
You know, but
And that's the other thing. Ybor City, you can get a glass of Chardonnay, a Pinot, or a Cab anywhere.
Right.
You
Anywhere.
can.
Yep.
But here, you're going to get the education. We're not just going to pour you that glass of
Right.
wine. We're going to take you on a journey and an experience. And that's
there's
what
only
it's all
one place
about.
I can get my Petit Syrah. So
We got you. Yeah.
it's either that or Burns, you know. But
Yeah. It's good there too.
Yeah.
for sure.
How much time have we taken up with these nice people?
where are we at here?
Let's see.
We're at an hour.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? I had a feeling.
That goes quick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, I'll be honest with you. Like, we have a good time doing this because we talk about the weird characters of Ybor. We talk about experiences, but it's nice to sit down with, like, lovely people and talk a little bit about, like, the love of Ybor City.
Yeah.
You know, the heart that is
Oh,
Ybor.
The passion.
characters. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of Max.
Yeah. Yeah.
They-
Oh wait, I've heard
The
of
saxo-
this person.
Max, the
yes,
saxophone
because I'm a
player.
Max too. So like everybody's always like, "Oh, Max, just like the saxophone guy." I'm like, I don't know.
Oh,
So
man, I haven't
you-
thought about him in a long time.
Yeah, so
He passed, didn't
well,
he?
Yeah.
before he passed. So all of a sudden one day it's like Max died. Like everybody was in shock, and Max is like, "I'm still here. I don't know where this rumor came from."
I
But sure
remember
enough,
that.
within
And, yeah.
within a month or so, he actually
Yeah.
did pass. It was like, oh
crazy.
my gosh! But I remember him always playing sashes or whatever.
Yeah, he
on
would
the-
play Pink Panther a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And one day I was just at a home opener
That's
for the
funny.
Rays
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
in St. Pete.
yep.
He was playing in a
Saw
tunnel.
him in the
I love
tunnel.
that.
Man,
That's
I haven't
cool.
thought about him in a long time.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
A
going
lot of
back.
these-
Jamie the
names.
shoe looker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I still see him.
He's around.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's still around. You know, you know who I still talk to regularly every
The
few
senator.
months. The senator.
I knew you were going to say that.
And a lot of people thought that he had passed away. And I mean,
Wow.
he definitely dealt with cancer during COVID. But
Yeah.
you know, last I talked to him, he is officially cancer free.
Oh wow, good for him.
That's great
And
to hear.
so, in fact, the last time I spoke with him, he was discussing how he wants me to carry his torch. and I was like, buddy, I don't know if you realize this, but I too am now middle aged, and this isn't going to happen.
you got
It was-
nice socks. You know,
Hey, man, it was fine in my 20s. She saw me.
Yeah.
I'd be out in my thong in the
Yeah.
castle with the senator.
See,
and,
these are the
you know,
stories I wanted to hear.
Yeah, so we got a lot of those. Yeah.
Oh, too many.
Yeah, I agree. We kept it a little PG.
Well, I mean, yeah, the senator's a legend.
But
around
you know, I still
Yes,
talk
he
to
is.
him, and he's in great spirits. But he's like, you know, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore. He told me he was in a Zoom meeting,
Yeah.
and he's like, the face I saw looking back at me was not the face that used to be out doing these things.
Yeah.
He's like, I want everyone to remember me when I was in my prime. Yada
Yeah.
yada yada.
I
So
like that mindset.
he's
I
going
do
to put
too.
together.
Yeah.
He said he's going to put. He was going through all his stuff and found all his old 90s and all that. He's going to put together care packages
Okay.
to send to me for me to distribute to people,
Oh my gosh.
bartenders and business owners.
The
and stuff,
senator
so.
is one of those people, like, that could have been a Halloween costume. Like,
Yeah.
for Ybor people. You know,
Right.
I'm
Oh,
the
yeah.
senator for Halloween. Like,
My
yeah.
culture
that's
is not your
brilliant.
costume.
You know? yeah.
Exactly.
But literally, like,
Oh my
just a
gosh.
bunch of guys
That's
walking
great.
around with their senator outfit on. It's affordable.
Remember, were you along with us when we did the Marriage Equality pub crawl and I wore the bridesmaid dress
Oh, I
and
love
all
that.
that?
I don't know.
Oh, it
That's
was a nice like velvet number. My
Love
shoulders look great in it.
I remember the Big Wheels pub crawl.
Yeah, Big Wheel pub crawl was a good one. That was a lot of
What
fun.
was that, like bicycles or something?
No, it was Big Wheels.
Remember the
Like
big wheels,
literal
like the
big
plastic,
wheels?
big wheels?
Yes.
So my friend Arthur, who has agreed he wants to come on the show.
Okay, cool.
We was around Halloween time. We went to go to a corn maze somewhere in like Polk County or something. We show there and there's no corn at all. It's just a field. And I was like, what happened to the corn maze? He goes, oh, it rained. I was like, isn't that what you want for
Right,
corn?
yeah.
They're like, oh, it rained too much, and it was they didn't grow. So we were like, all right, well, what are we gonna do? And we just got this wild hair up our ass, and we went to Toys R Us, and we all bought big wheels.
That's hilarious.
And then decorated them at the bricks with Sharpies and
Yeah.
stuff. And then
the bricks.
did
Yeah,
a
the bricks
pub
also
pub
legendary.
crawl. 4 of us at first, and it expanded. More people went and
That's
bought big wheels.
crazy.
And then we did a pub crawl on a weeknight, no less. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I had to work the next day, and I was miserable. But
That's
we
hilarious.
rode big wheels down 7th Avenue.
can't believe it.
Into
That's so
bars,
great. Yeah,
crashing
that's
into
great.
people.
Yeah,
and,
I'm sure
yeah.
there was some collateral damage. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ybor City's had some iconic pub crawls.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Gaybor just did one
Oh, yeah.
recently.
Yeah, yeah.
And of
Cool.
course, the
Mrs.
Seminoles.
Roper like have to pub crawl.
I
Yeah.
saw that. I saw one because I was
Yeah.
like, "Is that Mrs. Roper?" I did see that.
Yeah, the caftans or whatever they call. Yeah, but they always have a crazy theme for the pub.
And then the
Excellent.
Seminole pub crawl.
Yeah, some of the ones
always-
happened
that-
like last
Yeah,
weekend.
it's
Oh, was that
Yeah,
last weekend?
yeah.
That's always a.
Oh,
we
that was
did an
wild.
Easter bonnet one year.
Yes,
I came
we
with you
did.
guys.
Absolutely.
And I
That
made
was the
myself an
Ybor
Easter bonnet.
bonnet
Yeah, I
pub
made myself
crawl.
an Easter bonnet and showed
Absolutely.
up. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And the one character I still see is still Willie.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Willie's out there doing his
Yeah.
thing, man.
In front of
Yeah.
Jill's
Show me
place.
some love. I love
Yeah,
Willie.
show me
Yeah.
some love.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, it's funny, Willie, somebody from the Reservoir's social media posted recently, like a couple weeks ago, happy birthday, Willie, on their Instagram story. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't know it was Willie's birthday. So I got a birthday card. I put $20 in it.
Wow.
I wrote happy birthday, Willie. I went out. I found him. Of
Yeah.
course, he was sitting
You'll
outside.
find him.
Yeah, he was sitting outside.
He's easy to
I
find.
walked up. I was like, happy birthday, Willie. I gave him a card, and he looked at me like I was speaking a different language. He goes, my birthday was in April. What are you talking about? I was like, well, apparently it's today too. So here you go,
Okay,
bud.
here you
Happy
go.
birthday.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. Maybe it was a different Willie.
We have such a they had a picture of him and everything.
Oh, they
and
did?
Yeah, apparently Liz or someone just
Yeah.
it came up on like a
Lisa,
Facebook
yeah.
memory or Lisa
Yeah.
came up on
Jay.
Facebook memories and they're just like, oh, it must have been it, and like posted it
Oh,
without
my gosh.
actually doing any
Oh, boy.
any research. So it turned into a joke because from what I understand, later that night when I ran into him, other people had gone up to him and said,
Same thing.
happy birthday, and he's like, why is everyone telling me happy birthday? And I had to tell him. He goes, it ain't my birthday. Lisa knows that.
He needs to learn. Just take the card and go, thanks.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yep,
Take the
absolutely.
presents.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
take the presents.
For sure.
All right, so what do you say we wrap this thing up?
Yeah.
I'm good
Yeah.
with that.
All right, well,
Thank you guys
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
It was a
This
pleasure.
fun.
Oh,
Loved
man.
every minute of it.
This was
Thank
a lot
you.
of
This was
fun.
good.
We were glad to have you around, and honestly, glad to see you in Ybor.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cheers
thank you
to
for
that.
the vino.
Yes.
Always
Thank you so much.
appreciate it.
Cheers,
When you
cheers,
drink,
cheers, guys.
you
Yeah.
drink.
Yes,
Cheers.
exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank
As
you.
always a pleasure to see you
Thank
both.
you. Thank you.
All right, guys.